a woman who works the same job as a man would get the same pay as that guy. Changes were Obama who came in and helped us get past the Living Better Act and said just that. Hope is that in the United States of America, our military would judge its potential soldiers based on their competency, their character, their commitment, not on who they love. Change is Barack Obama who said, let's end the landfill attack, and created a military that focuses on what counts, is how prepared a man or woman is to fight for the country, and even die for it. I didn't want all that. But here we have an election where we have a guy on the other side who is doing everything he can to distort a record that speaks for itself. In a global economic downturn, we are a nation that is standing strong and moving forward. And we have a choice to make in this country. What are we going to do? Are we going to stick with the man we got? Or deal with a guy who, when he was a governor of the state, taxes were raised, fees were raised. When he was governor of the state, jobs were lost, median income went down. When you compare the two records just based on the things that mean the most to me, it's clear who is the better candidate. But I want to go even one step further than I've done, and then I'd like to answer a question. Here we are in New Jersey. I now know more than ever that it is your local leaders who are critical to making the decisions that get things accomplished, from our schools, to our parks, to our tax rates. I know in Bergen County we have some incredible local leaders that the chairman here stunned me when he said, Cory, we had this great election 4 years ago. Everybody came, all these Democrats came in and voted at the top of the ticket. Republicans, when they voted for John McCain, they actually did a much higher rate. They were all the way down, all Republicans. Our party came in and voted for Democrat at the top of the ticket. And then we walked out of the polling booths and didn't even go all the way down. Well, those decisions have consequences. When we're making the tough calls about what to do in our state. And now more than ever, to me, I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking it for granted. I get some people in the Obama campaign looking at me crazy. But we're going to win for the president of New Jersey. We're going to have to fight for it. We're going to have to work for it. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability. It has to be carried by people willing to do the work. But the key that I'm worried about is the rest of the Democratic ticket in the state of New Jersey. From our senator, Menendez, all the way down to our council people, freeholders, and those people that fight for us. And so for me, I'm going to run as much as part of the leaders want me all around the state, trying to get into that message. And I want to end with that. What are we going to do to make sure the values of our community, those nurturing values, the things that are important to us as a community, are represented? And to me, it takes activism. It takes engagement. It takes making sacrifice more than even just voting, but being involved in the system. I'll go back to that old lady who was my 10th president, who became one of my greatest professors. I got my BA at Stanford and my PhD in the streets of New York from these amazing local leaders. And she was always quick to turn out that real heroism you don't see in TV or in movies. You see it every day in communities. I know this is real heroism I learned in my life, that it's not judged in one act. It's not running the Woodward Mill. Real heroism to me is those people who get up every single day and serve their communities in some of the most humble jobs with a little least recognition. I've seen that in Newark. I've seen people that have driven to work every day, saw graffiti, and they're upset about it. So this one guy we found in the north part of Newark, we had to pull him over because he was painting every day. He'd stop and paint with a little bit of graffiti. We're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not going to just pass by. We have a decision to make in life. We either accept it and say, oh, I'll take responsibility for changing it. Basically said, I'm not going to be one of those people that sits in a state of sedentary agitation, upset about what I see in the world, but not willing to do something about it myself. We had a guy in Newark, a retired state worker for the state of New Jersey, lived in a high-rise building across from an overgrown lot with weeds and debris, and amazingly, he looked at this lot and saw all the drug dealing going on in the lot. He gets a stimulus check in the mail. A stimulus check in the mail, and he comes out to our Home Depot in Newark, One day, the drug dealers were opening bags, and he heard it was because they thought he got some of their stash in there, but he kept doing this day after day. Within a month, this lot in New York, on Elizabeth Avenue, New York, looked like the White House lawn. And guess what the drug dealers did? They left, walked away. 80-year-old woman came to my office hours, same kind of spirit. She was shaking her cane at me because she said her street was too dirty. I'm like, okay, all right. She left. I told my staff, let's go down to this bar, look at the street, see what our people are doing well. We get down there, and there's this 80-year-old woman. She's not sleeping in front of her own house. She was sleeping in front of the whole block. And her neighbors told me that she did this every other day or so. Swept the whole block. So it's saying that he who has a heart to help has a right to criticize. And so I end with that spirit. We in this room who say we are Americans and know that in our blood, we have a hope. Our countries and our communities will not just be great, we have to make them so. They won't just reflect the spirit of this nation, we have to make them so. They won't just be what our hopes and dreams for our children and families are, we have to make them so. And we who are Democrats, who are that party of inclusion, who are that party of we, who are that party of unity, we have to make sure that our voices are heard. And in a county like Bergen, we have the majority, and yet we lose too many elections. In this election, let our activism be felt, let our voices be heard, let our spirit be made real through our engagement in these elections. With that, let's have some fun and talk about some questions. Thank you, guys.